Hey YouTubers, I'm Austin, and I've decided to add my 2 cents to YouTube. You might think not much has happened already, but a couple things did happen today. For those of you who are fans of the MTV show Jersey Shore, all 12 of you, you guys might get a kick out of this. There's a story floating around about Snooki from Jersey Shore, who's going to be a new wingstress. What's a wingstress? Well, a wingstress is a waitress that serves buffalo wings and the occasional beer. She's going to be doing this at a bar for a local radio station. This is Snooki. This is the girl that used to get into fights and arguments with pretty much anyone and everyone within a 10-mile radius of a bar. This is a chick who should, in general, avoid drunk people. And now she's going to be paid to work as a waitress and be forced to talk to drunk people. Now, I'm not sure if this radio station has been out of the loop in the past few months, but most media coverage saw that the last time Snooki was in a bar, she got punched in the face. Yeah, punched in the face. I'm sure you guys heard about it. Not by a chick. She got punched in the face by a dude. Even I think that's messed up. I mean, sending this girl back into a bar is like sending, I don't know, another abortion doctor into that Lutheran church. Somebody's gonna get roughed up. Might be pretty exciting. Speaking of exciting, we all know millions of people were stuck on the edge of their seats and glued to their TV sets today. No, it wasn't the Westminster Dog Show. That's just weird. It was the Super Bowl. And for the most part, I'm sure most people were pretty interested in the game. But if you're like me, you sat impatiently through each quarter waiting for those commercials to come around. It's not that I don't like football. I just like those funny commercials a lot more. God, I love those commercials. I have no idea why I just did that. I think I do that when I really like something. We're going to pretend I didn't do that. Anyways, every year the commercials get progressively funnier. This year, there was a weird one. There was a commercial where they used a T-Pain synthesizer to synthesize their voices at a party talking to each other. At first this seems kind of weird, but I started thinking it probably has a good positive effect on bad news, or if something bad happens. Say if you happen to get punched in the face by the world's biggest douchebag. I just got punched in my face. Thanks, T-Pain. Now I feel a million times better about getting punched in the face. That got me wondering, which do you guys prefer? The funny commercials or the game itself? Comment below, and for those of you that watched the Super Bowl this year, the general consensus was the Saints were going to get screwed harder than Britney Spears picking out a new backup dancer. Spoiler alert! Didn't happen. That wasn't the only surprise today. In the box office, Avatar was actually overtaken for the #1 spot by Dear John. This left a lot of critics saying Avatar's reign at #1 is over, and it would most likely plummet now. Okay, critics, let's actually take a moment to consider the facts. Dear John only did well on its opening weekend because it rained the entire weekend. Made it pretty impossible to do anything but go to the movies. Not to mention, Avatar was sitting at its 8th week. Knocking the movie off for 1 week is hardly cause for abandoning the movie. Good job, critics. A couple critics were actually quoted to say, Dear John beat up Avatar at the box office. Beat up Avatar at the box office? Saying Dear John beat up Avatar at the box office is like saying Richard Simmons beat up, I don't know, anyone? There was the one guy he smacked at an airport. I mean, how embarrassing is that to get bitch slapped by Richard Simmons? For those of you who don't know, this is Richard Simmons. Imagine those tiny spirit fingers coming at you. Scary! That guy was actually so embarrassed, he declined suing Richard Simmons because he wanted to keep his identity a secret. Can you blame him? Who wants to be known as the only guy that got bitch slapped by Richard Simmons? There's nothing worse than getting slapped by a curly-haired, leg-warmer-wearing dancer. Besides having your #1 movie knocked off by Dear John, I guess. Anyways, hope you enjoyed my video and the Super Bowl. Till next time, I'm Austin. This was your reality check.